It was true what you heard. We will be talking about 1 billion in this show. The XRP ledger can now be accessed by 30 million active users thanks to MetaMask and the integration with Snap. A notable 1 billion tokenized assets are also being added to the ledger. Not only will we talk about XRP and look at the rate chart, but we'll also learn about Solana and a lot more. I can't forget that Brad Golenhouse might ask a question. Let's get right to the point. Bitcoin is worth $66,493. Ethereum is worth $2,583 right now, which is 1.32% less than it was yesterday. In the meantime, XRP is down 2%, and both USDT and USDC still pegged to the dollar. It feels like going back to 53 cents. As we talked about in the first film of the day, the bears look like they're running out of gas. What happens when the bears are tired? As soon as the rate starts to go up again, we will focus on the 65 and 75 cent markets. These could be very important to break into if we want to break through the psychological dollar barrier next year. On the market as a whole, cryptocurrencies cost $2,309,000,000. The number of NFTs that these people are betting on can be seen. With the help of locking them up and claiming them every single month, they get TLM back. We're the biggest problem on the XRP system. It's not clear to me why you guys don't have one. Choose anyway. This is very helpful if you want to pay with a credit card, XRP, or another cryptocurrency. The first video we showed today was about this email and the reasons why the price of XRP might go up again. As we've already said, the bears look like they're going for walks while they're out of gas and steam. The bulls get rid of the bears as soon as they run out of gas and breath. Finally, we shouldn't forget to aim for the 65 cents to 75 cents range. These are two important areas that need to be broken through. Should the bulls start to push the price back up, Dr. Fender showed off his plan. Take a look at how much XRP costs. His XRP kept the wave going at 93 cents, he says. We had, however, set our sights on 89 cents and better, even though I think we haven't decided on that yet. XRP started to consolidate right away after the first goal was reached. We set boundaries and goals for CD because we all knew that 39 cents would be our lowest point. After setting these goals, XRP almost hit 38 cents. After that, we kept saying that this spot was the bottom Fibonacci area. It was confirmed that the XRPS Wave 3 capability goals were at, I don't know what its miles were, $1.88, $5.85 and 18 and 22. Many people were shaking. Next, we set a first rate level of 66 cents and used strong fonts to make it clear that this was the best level of all. It cost me between 65 cents and 65 cents and a half. A penny difference might not make us. It cost them 66 cents. Let's just keep going and aim for 75 cents once we get above 67 cents to meet everyone. Depending on the day, week, or month, he says there will be great changes as soon as XRP goes above 66 cents. At this point, Dr. Fender is worried that 66 cents is the final boss and has proven hard to put off. This rate move has been turned down because of this. As you may remember, we told you that the 65 cents area would be the next goal after XRP made its first push and broke above 60 cents, which was the first important level. We went after it, we got to work, we were not able to stop it. Was there a little light up there? Yes, of course. But you should get closer, you'll need a few days to close up shop over there. That wasn't clear to us though. At the moment, the weekly signal is showing a red light, which might or might not be true. But it tells us to look at the degrees of 48 cents and 52 cents. Besides the 39 cents, double the riskiest thing that could happen. Can XRP come back right now? It's possible, but not very likely. Oh my God. Even though the weekly signs are very advanced, the monthly wave fashion is still green and doing better than the weekly. I now think that the weekly is a fake sign because of this. As long as XRP stays at 48 cents, and more importantly, 39 cents, the goals are clear. This is especially true after 66 cents. Don't forget that Brad and Chris have been going to Philadelphia for the Fed assembly since the ripple effect. Pay attention. Buys are made in the United States. After that, we'd like to start talking. We could talk about ETFs quickly, but I think it would be better to start with that because I agree that not many people know what it is. It would be interesting to know what you think about ETFs as institutions and whether you agree with the arguments. An ETF will be made from the final findings. We need to say that. Do you agree with what they said about their relationship in the first place? Second, do you believe that the creation of ETFs and preferred, other than one component, shows an evolution? Since these assets are being used in many ways, including by businesses, what do you think it means for how legal authorities see them? Chris, would you like to go first? Yes. I do believe that the ETF is just one more step toward making these ideas more common. Yes, this is a great feature that makes it suitable for long-term maintenance, in my opinion. These are also currencies that you understand. They are a very important part of payments. On the other hand, I agree with that too. They act as a global hedge in a world that is hard to predict, especially since governments all over the world have stopped being careful about deficits. Yes, that means the party is no longer important. We went crazy over debts. We're all going to want to fit in with it. The value will have to come into being at some point. But I really see it as one of the reasons why digital property works so well with the rest of the world. That happened after the crisis, so it shouldn't be a surprise. Also, I think there are still a lot of things that affect people's choices about those things. Because of this, ETFs are a good way to save money for the long term. In any case, it's probably better for these economies. In the case of long-term owners, yes. On top of that, this is just a guess. It's easy to see gambling in any market. Any economist will tell you that some of them can even be helpful because they even out people who are trying to hedge. That being said, I agree that it's a good move. What's the point of Brad and Chris going to a Fed assembly right after Swell? Or what is Ripple? How did they get called to those meetings in the first place? As long as they didn't have any problems about the SEC's plans, you don't see a lot of other big fintech or Bitcoin companies talking to those groups, do you? It has nothing to do with good sense. All of this doesn't make sense, people, since the US wants to join and holds back or sees this as a threat. I think they are trying to stop Ripple and what they might be doing on purpose. That's pretty much what I think. That's what I'm thinking about now. Can you give it to me with Us.Thankx on the XRP ledger? There could be a $500 million tokenized fund for data and middle market investments. This group calls itself the first combined stock and debt tokenized fund in history. Its main goal is to make fact center investments in the US, Saudi Arabia, India, and Europe. Tokenizing stocks is what we're talking about.